Hello, my name is Sackett. We are playing FTB Oceanblock 2. And first thing I'm doing today is working on a better place to work and sleep and all that. I'm gonna build kind of a box out here, and there will be more boxes atop it. And to help us do it in a way that isn't completely ugly. Whoops. We are going to make what looks like a rebooted trowel from the utilitarian mod. As far as I know, it was Quark that introduced this mechanic, but it's, we got it. That's the important thing. What it does is it places a random block from your hotbar into the world. And watch out, because anything that counts as a block will be placed, like a torch. So if it doesn't seem like it's working, maybe get the torches and whatever else out of your inventory. But this way you can get a nice random pattern without having to think about it too much. And can just kind of place this floor and get on with our lives. So it looks like we have updated version of the crafting station mod, which replicates the old crafting station from Tinker's. We do have the crafting tweaks buttons in it, so that's pretty cool. Let's see, I need a couple more fences here, yeah. And then it'll maintain its, oh, and you can see it too. That's nice. I'm kind of building a version of like my original Skyblock build from the first time I played Agrarian Skies. Kind of on a nostalgia building trip, but it was a slab down because it was Skyblock in 1.6.4. And you'd have mobs everywhere if it wasn't. Or I had just like parades of ocelots throwing themselves off a grass roof one time, but like I do this thing with the slabs, and I used to do it instead of fences along the sides, but that makes more sense when you're a slab down from a full block. But it keeps it open. You can kind of look out into the sea, doesn't get claustrophobic. And we'll have this will be sort of the center of operations. We're going to move storage out here. Now, we got an iron chest as a quest reward. I haven't looked up the mod in REI or whatever this is. Okay. Nothing fancy. But we can just make a chest, surround it with iron ingots, we get an iron chest. And then we'll be able to, we could craft it directly to gold and add another 3 rows, but we don't really have that much gold. We can upgrade them in place. All these different upgrades. It's an old school mod. I still really like it. I know like there's sophisticated storage which has all the upgrades and stuff, but it's just something about good old-fashioned iron chests. I've expanded out a little bit more, and one thing I've learned is this doesn't work. I mean, it sort of works, but we could just as well do without the barrels. The glass jars just kind of insert into each other. But this'll do for the time being. I have some thoughts about how we might get some. Just put the nickel right in there and put that one in there. I have some thoughts about how we can do some better processing and make this particular exercise something that we don't have to do very often. So once we got redstone, I think, this quest fired for us because we picked some of this up already. And these are item pipes from Oratech, and they don't seem too shabby. I haven't tried them yet. She says they don't seem too shabby. Okay, they connect right up. Let's just grab ourselves a pair of chests here. see how we do. I guess what we're supposed to do is right-click to set it to extract. That looks like extract, right? Sure. So let's say we needed to cook up some stone. We should be able to just shove this in. Yeah, it gets sucked right down at a pretty good rate. We'll have to put another one on the side for fuel once we actually run a fuel surplus. Although we'll see how long we actually need to use this. So we did complete some more quests just by, existing. Let's see. Okay, we got another soul lantern. That's nice. How are we doing on this first quest line? So there's a Tinker's Construct knockoff, basically. We'll need a bunch of clay and a bunch of sand. We have a good supply of it all with our drippers over here. They process it into... I don't know if it speeds up if there's the right block next to the block that you're trying to make, but I don't know. These things are really fast. We're gonna need bricks for a couple of things before we start with, Tinker's copyright infringement. Well, I'm kidding. We will go. We gotta make a coke oven. Anyway, this is fine. Pipes are actually pretty fast. Now, a while ago, we raided one of the structures, and we managed to get some magma blocks out of it. We can craft these into something called magma droplets, which we're going to use to make our coal coke oven. Somewhere along the line, we picked this thing up. It's easy enough to craft. It just sticks a string and 2 iron. I think we got it as a quest reward or something. We're going to make our bricks. Oh! Airdrop coming. Oh, it landed. To the east. Let's go grab that. I don't see it. I stepped away for just a moment there. I guess I missed out. Oh wait, maybe it is this one. I thought we already raided this. Doesn't look like it. Little glowstone? Okay. What's a battery template? Construction sticks. Okay. Now, I did learn don't break these before opening them. That goes poorly. And by poorly, I mean you don't get anything. And finally, get a little quartz. Oh, fell. That's nice. Alright. I wonder if it fell right on top of it and just replaced it? I don't know. I swear that was there before. Anyway, we need 27 of these things. And if you've never seen this before, what you do is you put them down in a 3x3x3. So you make a little cube with it. Here we go. And when you're almost done, you can right-click in the middle on the side you want the front of it to be on, and you get your coke oven. We're gonna fill this with coal. Now, slowly but surely, this will take the coal and turn it into coal coke and a little bit of creosote oil. We are going to have to do something with all of that creosote oil because it will very, very quickly get backed up. So we have a fluid pipe. I wonder... Okay, so we have mechanism. So we have the tanks from mechanism. We have a 32 bucket tank from mob grinding utilities. That's just glass and iron. That's not too bad. Then we have pneumatic craft. I think our best bet is that singularity tank. We're going to take it out here. We're going to put it right here. Our fluid pipe right there. We'll right click. And we get some creosote oil in there. Very nice. Yeah, it's half a bucket for every operation, so it can only do 24 operations before this buffer is full. And we want it to finish. That's going to take a while to cook up. In the meantime, we are going to make a ton of this fire clay. That'll be a start. And we're going to cook it up. Now, over here, okay, it wants us to get the fire brick, and that'll give us more fire clay, some experience, and the guide. So what's it called? Productive Metalworks? Let's see what we're in for here. Okay, so we have Foundry controllers, Foundry tanks, Foundry drains. It looks like it's Foundries that we're making. I'm kind of looking for the default. like this is, we got black Foundry tank, then white Foundry tank. You would think one of these would be just Foundry tank. Fortunately, it all looks simple enough to craft. We can get brick. Oh, you get the black just by doing. Okay. So we'll need a block of... Okay. I think that's gonna come later. We've got windows, we got taps, we got a controller, so we will need to get a blast furnace together. Alright, we got a couple of these bricks. Get us started. So let's see, that gave us more clay and the guidebook. So let's go ahead and, first of all, we'll make the Foundry controller, and I'm sure the black one's fine. How are we gonna want to do this? We're probably gonna want to have this up, right? Okay, you get quite a few of these bricks. That's nice. We probably didn't need to make as much fire clay as we made, but that's all right. So we'll look at the manual eventually. But for now, we're just going to kind of wing it and see how close to Tinker's it is. We're going to kind of define the inside of something here. Here we go. We're also going to need, in addition to the walls and the controller, we're going to need a black Foundry tank. We're going to need a drain, which... we do like this? Okay. Okay, we're getting invalid structure errors. So let's see. Let's see real quick. Oh, it's got something else under. Okay, okay. Liquid heating coils. Those are actually going to go on the bottom. That's the difference in this. So, liquid heating coil. Okay, so just some fire bricks, some copper, buckets. Can we put lava in the tank right now? Yes, we can. We got lava all in our jars from trying to make lava. It'll probably hold 4? Yeah, looks like it. Alright, should be enough of everything. Well, that's enough for 4. Oh, we need way more copper. Okay. Alright, that's better. Put our remaining copper away. It's like we have plenty of copper. I just, we gotta stop using these jars. Okay, we'll put these down. Whoops. A nice looking block. Okay. Now, it's valid. Very good. We're gonna build it up. Oh, and before I forget, there's a few more things we need. We're gonna need one of these. And we're gonna need one of these. Now, we will need casts of some variety. So it looks like we'll do, okay, so we can just pour iron over any ingot. and we'll get the proper cast, right? That's what we're doing here. We're melting and casting. We got our casting table. We got our foundry tap. Right now, it doesn't hold very much, but we can build it up, and the corners don't matter. It's the inside of it and having valid walls that matter. But that should allow us to do 18 at a time. Something like that, and it'll hold a good bit more than that. We're gonna get some pipes and see what we can do. Now we can just put stuff in here manually. We could just, like, place it in there, click it in there. Not that. But what we're actually gonna do is just automate it. Okay, it looks like it's not quite a doubling mechanic. At least with the iron as we have it. Hey. You gonna do it? You gonna do it? Are we doing it wrong? Let's look in the book real quick. No, it looks proper, doesn't it? Let's see if the quest line will help us out. So we can't be scooping it up. We can mold the fire brick into a drain. So the casting basin is optional, but it can be used to store and create blocks of metal. Huh. Of course, it's not regular iron, that's why it's not working. It has to be cast iron. So this should... Well, I don't know how much it's going to give us. We'll find out. Let's start with just one. Doesn't take very long to melt. Okay, so one gives us 90. It looks like we needed 360, so 360 is 4. Okay, 360 millibuckets. Now we can right-click, because it's a valid recipe. That's nice. And now we have an ingot cast. Now we can just cast iron ingots. So it said it was 1.3 ratio. We're going to want to make a nugget cast, basically for that reason. And we're also going to want to make a casting basin so we can pour blocks out. That is pretty easy. We're just 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's basically the opposite of the casting table. There we go. Oh, we'll need another drain. So we can, while we're waiting for cast iron to melt, we can pour, entire blocks of iron out. It pours out pretty quick, I gotta say. Okay, Productive Metalworks. This is pretty cool. I was riveting it before because it is so much like Tinker's, but I think Tinker's is Bedrock Marketplace only, possibly, for modern versions. So it's nice to have this mechanic, and seems to work just fine. Psst, come on. There we go. And the nugget cast works just the same, although it's quite fast. Makes sense. Okay, you can only seem to interact with this stuff with an empty hand, which is good to know. Alright, so that's a pretty good progress for today. I think we're going to call it here. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.